First room done. Okay, we're gonna clean up the area where I fight. And then you actually have to travel to leave. Okay, and if all goes well, we're now done resetting this area. Well, after I clear out this room. I don't know what happened there, but I was locked onto the wrong target, that's for sure. Oh, I need one more set with the whip. I forgot you can use the little ears on the Jester's hat as a crosshair for two-handed whip. Because you're looking out in front of you for where the whip's gonna hit. So you just look through the little ears. And your hat works as a little rail sight. And for people... I'm gonna break that. For people playing this... Oh, I forgot to hit the bonfire. I just went up there. People playing this casually and finding this boss at the bottom here to be really awful. It doesn't drop any rewards, so you don't have to fight it. It is truly an optional boss. If you're going for all spells, there is a spell locked behind this boss arena. But you don't need to do it. You can just skip it. So when you reach the Priestess Chamber bonfire, you activate this lift. And if you ride it down or ride it up, it really doesn't matter. You can walk off the side going forward, or going forward if you're going down, or going to the right if you're going up. And that's the other side of the boss arena right there. So you can just skip the boss arena entirely. Which is fine, because the boss there is garbage. It's a 3-fight gank. And every time I've successfully done that boss arena, it's just by spamming poison. You guys aren't difficult when your totems are dead. So I got hit by one. Right? I got hit by one of those. Okay. I wasn't putting the proper amount of respect on you earlier, so I died. But now that we're past that, it's just a murder. I mean, that is one of the nice things about Souls games, is you have to put the right amount of respect on even the basic enemies. Otherwise, bad things happen to good people. But once you're past the respect phase, this should be smooth sailing. And when you're not in the respect phase, just human wave tactics. It's Dark Souls 2. You will eventually win. Dark Souls 3, it switches from human wave tactics to just run past the enemy. That's it. That's all you need to do. I remember early into the release cycle of Dark Souls 3, it got an any percent speedrun showcase at, I want to say it was Summer Games Done Quick. And at this point, the all bosses route, I think it was submitted, but it wasn't, like, they needed time. And they did not get time. So the any percent route was picked. And people, and I bet if you go to the YouTube comments for it, I want to say it was Bubbles Del Fuego. The people were so mad that it's an 90% speedrun. It's get to the end of the game. But it was like, he didn't fight any of the bosses. Well, yeah, it's any percent. Why would he? And then even any percent in Dark Souls 2 is, I'm not going to fight any of the bosses. Any percent in Dark Souls 2 is you get enough souls to get the silver cat ring. And you drop down and you fight the Rotten 3 times. I think you go to New Game Plus 2. And then you rush to Castle Drang Lake. Because they're just using the million soul memory to open the way to Castle Drang Lake. It's fine that you guys followed me. I just needed a corner to break line of sight. Yeah, when we rated Barrel from one of these streams, he talked about how when he played Dark Souls 2, he found the role to be so different from Dark Souls 1 that the feel of combat was just so unenjoyable that he did the speedrun route and never played the game. Which is valid. I think it's a stupid reason, but it's valid. We had to human wave tactic to thin the numbers, and now it's just running a loop. Also, there's a jump that I'm taking that I really shouldn't be, by just running off the edge, and it's scary every time. Clearly it was designed to be safe for you just to run off the edge, but I still don't trust it. It's another man gone. We went to the retro game store over the weekend. I forgot to check if they had any of the Mario and Luigi saga on their giant wall of Nintendo games. I was too preoccupied looking for Digimon. Sister found about 17 copies of Kingdom Hearts. Also, 17 copies of Kingdom Hearts sounds low. Like, unironically, that number feels lower than it was. So many people had traded in Kingdom Hearts for the PS2, Recom for the PS2, and the PS3 1.5, was it 1.5? Yeah, it was 1.5. There weren't that many copies of Kingdom Hearts 2. But there were a lot of copies of Kingdom Hearts 1, including one that was on, like, weird, back in the PS2 era, fan-made game sleeves. It was Kingdom Hearts 2, but the Heart Moon was replaced with the moon from Majora's Mask. Cloud was on the cover for some reason. It was wild. Also, one was on holographic paper, which was pretty cool. The one on holographic paper feels like it might have actually been a legit... It was like... I'm making it sound better than it was. It was like baby's first Photoshop. I've made a picture collage. I also got distracted because I saw a Legend of Spyro game, which is one I already own. And I immediately started looking for the one Legend of Spyro game I don't own. Man, if I can get a hold of a Legend of Spyro 3, that is absolutely going to be a stream game. Oh, I didn't check the Xbox section. I have to see, I'm not entirely sure, if the Series X can play 360 discs. Can someone Google that for me real quick? Because if the Series X can play 360 discs, that broadens my search pretty greatly. Google says yes. Okay. Okay. Hey, YouTube, you're getting paused real quick. I gotta do some Googling. YouTube, you're back. I beat you to it, Twitch chat. So, I can now search for Digimon World 4 on the PS2 or the Xbox. I can play both of those versions. I can also look for The Legend of Spyro. That was a really long jump. Holy crap. I thought I was going to sail over the platform. I can also look for the third Legend of Spyro game. Which I was trying to remember the name of it. And I don't know. I think Dawn of the Dragon is 1, Eternal Night is 2. I don't know. They're literally both upstairs. I could just go check. Year of the Dragon is actual Spyro 3. It's Spyro the Dragon, Ripto's Rage, Year of the Dragon, Enter the Dragonfly, A Hero's Tale, and then The Legend of Spyro, Dawn of the Dragon, A Legend of Spyro. Sorry, The Legend of Spyro, Dawn of the Dragon, The Legend of Spyro, Eternal Night, and then I don't know what the other one is. And then it goes to Skylanders, which is a crime. And I think I've played almost all of them on stream. I haven't played any of Legend of Spyro games on stream. But I've done the Reignited trilogy. I've done Enter the Dragonfly. I've done Hero's Tale. Skylanders made so much money, and it spawned at least one clone. It spawned Disney Infinity. And it spawned... what was the Lego one? Lego Worlds? Maybe? And then, if you really wanted to, you could also say it spawned Amiibos. Because Nintendo was just way smarter about its integration than Activision trying to, Can you do an attack that lets these guys through? I think one of Namine's friends recently played some of the Legend of Spyro games on stream. Was it Nyx? Was Nyx playing them? Puzzling stone sword? What? Yeah, somebody was. You can drop the puzzling stone sword? Hold up, can I dual wield these? I thought there was only one of these. So, remember, this is the cane sword from Elden Ring. No, your moveset's kind of stupid. Like, it's just the straight sword. But then again, that move has like 6 years of wind-up time. So maybe having the straight sword's moveset and that as a punish is not the worst thing in the world. Anyway, we're never going to use them. But yeah, that weapon is Elden Ring's cane sword. And since this DLC was during the development of Elden Ring, I don't think that's a coincidence. Also, Bobby, I don't know if you saw, but I saw there's a new DLC for Vampire Survivors that is Castlevania. So I'm aware that I eventually have to go and get those achievements. I think I'm several title updates behind at this point, but they're all like 45 minutes to get the achievements. I saw it on Twitter yesterday. Though I think this weekend when I'm off, I'm finally going to get around to setting up a Blue Sky account. Lads, the lads are here. YouTube, it's just us. Twitch chat's not allowed.